Hey gang, welcome! Great to have you here. We are only going to be live on the air for about 29 minutes, so pay close attention and send me any questions that you have about this immediately so I can reply to them on the air. So obviously you can see there are links beside the video screen, so if you have a question, you want to submit it to me, you click the link that says ask a question, and that comes to me on my handy dandy iPad. So I will be able to get those in real time. So we're going to do this quickly. We're going to get through a lot of material. If you have any questions along the way, go ahead and post them. And as time permits, I'll pull them up. Also, we will only have people working the office phones to take your calls for the next hour, since we're already after hours to begin with. So don't delay your actions or procrastinate in any way in order to get access to this very valuable private equity funding that I'm going to share with you now. Who are we? If you're new to this setup, if you're just joining as part of the family, part of our membership, our vast array of viewers and subscribers, we are a company that's been around for well over a decade, and we are a group of companies. We have more than one division and more than one companies. We are called the Small Business Funding Network. We have been instrumental in putting hundreds of millions of dollars into the hands of our members. Yes, I said hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what this funding is, and that's what it does for people like you that are looking for something to be able to increase whatever you're doing in your business or investing right now. In the last 6 years, so we've been around for a long, long time. In the last 6 years, we've been working very closely with a private equity group to provide business funding to our best clients. What is that? What is private equity? Well, private capital funding is a hedge fund of money, literally. It's a hedge fund taken from wealthy individuals. That is exactly what this private equity funding is. It is money given to you that can be used for any business purpose. So we are larger than just one company, and we provide all of the services and tools a business owner needs to make a lot more profit. And that's what I want to share with you and talk to you about today. This is who we are at the Small Business Funding Network, and as you can see, we've been doing this for a long, long time. Now, normally, the reason why we called this meeting to order on this webinar, the reason why we're doing this as a humongous live announcement is that normally the private funding source only gives money out if the people we are working with invest that capital into the opportunities that we've identified and tested to prove that they'll make money. Because the private funding sources want you to make money with this capital that they're providing. That is the whole purpose of this enterprise, is for you to be able to make money with this funding that is provided for you. They often ask us to do the research and find the most profitable business opportunities out there. So we're working very closely, hand in hand, with this private equity funding group. So we've been on the cutting edge in helping our clients over the years make a killing. Because as I said, we do all the testing, we do all the research, we've been in this business for a long, long time. We find great things that you can use this kind of money for, and then we help you get the funding. So that's what I want to cover for you today. I want to go through not only the principles of how much funding you can get access to, but some of the things you can do that double your money. So I promise we're going to do that in today's webinar, and we certainly are going to cover all of that information. Okay, so now for the first time, the reason why we call this special webinar announcement is because for the first time, this private money is publicly available to you if you join tonight with no restriction of any kind. It is unrestricted funding, meaning that you can use it for any business idea you have, not just for the investments that we've identified as the best. So whatever you in your business or real estate investing or whatever you're particularly doing, whatever your needs are, you can use this money for any of those types of needs. So I've talked about the money source, okay? So we all know where this money is coming from, why it's so hard to get. It's coming from private hedge fund sources, from wealthy individual investors that pool their money together. Okay, so that's not normally a place that any of you ever will have any entrance into or access to. So that's why this is so incredibly valuable. Again, as I said, if you have any questions as we go along here, you can simply submit them to me by clicking the links beside the video screen. That will then send questions to my iPad. If I can keep it up and running, then as time permits, I will go ahead and log in and look at all of the good questions that you've submitted. So we talked about the money source. Here is how much is given to you to get started when you join this private equity funding program, okay? From $25,000 to $50,000 just to begin with. That's not the end. That's the beginning of the funding resources from this vehicle that you have access to. So it's private equity funding. It comes from a hedge fund of wealthy individuals. It's a brand new source of money for your business that you would never before or under any other circumstances have qualified for or gotten access to, except that you got the announcement to tune in to this special webinar. So it is a substantial amount of money to start. $25,000 to $50,000, and the most powerful, most important point of you being able to access this kind of funding is that there is no credit score needed. So it doesn't matter if you have bad personal credit, it doesn't matter if you have no personal credit. This is funding that is available to you for a very limited time offer in this Join Now program with no credit score requirements and no PG, which is another big, big advantage. No personal guarantee on behalf of the business owner. So that means you're not on the hook for the repayment of this kind of funding. That's why it's so valuable and so coveted to have access to this. And you can get your hands on it relatively quickly. It can be delivered in 5 business days when your business is set up properly. So this is something that is working extremely well. It works very quickly, and it works for everyone because now there's no barrier of entry for you to say, well, but Tom, I don't have very good credit, so normally I don't qualify. This program, irregardless, if that's even a word, of your personal credit situation, you can get access to this kind of private capital funding. So that's what we're talking about. That is what this big announcement is all about in this new source of money. And as I said, this is something where action must be taken immediately today because it will not be available tomorrow morning by phone or online. It is a now or never type of opportunity for you to be able to enroll. You can enroll online. You can go ahead and claim your spot, hold your spot in this very valuable program, but it must be done. Everything must be begun, must be activated by midnight Pacific time tonight. Okay, so we've talked about the first phase of what this is, how much funding you can get, of the 3 topics that I kind of wanted to cover in this broadcast. So this is an incredible advantage for most business owners. Just think about it. You don't have to risk your home or your personal credit or any of those kinds of things in the pursuit of profit and in the use of this kind of money. So this is a tremendous advantage. That's why it's so highly sought after. Really, really good opportunity. So more money is also available, as I said, after you have used this first flush of funding as time goes by. So you can get far more than just the initial amount of funding using this program. Just to be clear, okay, I want to be clear, this is all cash, right? Do we understand that? Yes, it is all cash. It is not money tied up in a trade line. It is dollars put directly into your hand. That means that you can do anything with this kind of money that you need to in business. And in this same program, you can also have access to an additional personal funding source that provides money at 0% for up to 1 year. That's why I switched over to the next slide, so to speak, that I wanted to cover in this. Let me look and check the old trusty iPad right now. Rich says, will lenders require verification of my income? No, there is no income requirement. This is based on the business, okay? So if you have a brand new business, you haven't produced any income in that business yet. There is no personal income requirement, no personal credit score requirement for this kind of private capital funding. Hence, again, why it is so valuable. So very good question. Now we got the ball rolling. We got people chiming in. We've got a lot of people. If I look, we've got a lot of people tuned in on the bat line. So keep them coming. Keep your questions coming like Rich did. Submit by clicking the Ask a Question link, and that will send them directly to me. All right, let me, and again, keep applying your questions. I'll keep answering as time permits. Let me go on to the second, give more detail of the second component. Okay, so as you can see in the next slide, this is truly a 2-for-1 program. It's more than that. I'm going to talk about the bonus momentarily, but let's focus on the funding aspect of this private equity funding program. It is a true 2-for-1 program because this second part of the program is an extra $50,000 to $100,000 more funding if you want it, with a teaser rate of 0% interest for the first 12 months. Folks, you can make a lot of profit during the next year using this kind of interest-free money. Think about that. Literally free money that you can use for the next 12 months, and I'll show you ways that you can go ahead and roll that over again so you can get even additional and more use out of it. So this makes access to this funding program a 2-for-1 program because not only are we including the private capital funding aspect of it, but we're also including this additional personal funding portion of it. So there is one way that you can access a tremendous amount of funding with very favorable terms where we do the work. Okay, so this 2-for-1 funding program, the private equity funding program that we're featuring today, all of this is fully done for you in the private equity funding program. So I want to make this very important and clear distinction. Okay, so listen carefully. There are other do-it-yourself programs that we offer that you may have seen advertised in the past. Okay, so do you follow along? There are other do-it-yourself programs that we've offered in the past that you may have seen come down the line. But there is only one full service program where we do all of the work for you. So are you clear about that? This is not like our other do-it-yourself programs. This is a full-on done for you where our expert staff, the people that have the most intimate relationships with these private equity funding sources, working hand in hand with them, go directly to them and get the money for you in your business. This is not do-it-yourself. This is completely and fully done for you. This is the only one of the kind of done-for-you services that we offer that's doing all of this, incorporating all of this. So your amazing opportunity today is this. If you want access to all of this that I've just covered so far on the 2 slides, if you want access to all of that and a free $1,000 bonus that I'll cover for you in a minute, I'll break down the fantastic bonus as well. If you want all that, all you need to do is put a deposit of $125 down before midnight tonight to hold a spot for you in this program. So you see the arrow pointing to the Order Now link that is right beside the video screen. You can do that. You can click that immediately. That will take you to the website where you go ahead and place your deposit. As we've talked about as well, you can also go to www.cashnow300.com. That will take you to the same place. But for convenience sake, for simplicity's sake, we've made it so that you can click the Order Now link that is right beside the video screen. That will take you to the place that you can make your $125 deposit. Or, if you prefer, you can type it into your browser and go to www.cashnow300.com. Okay, so I'll repeat this again. For all of the things I just covered on the first 2 slides, the private equity funding service, full service, where we're doing all that for you, you right now, clicking the Order Now link, can put a $125 deposit down before midnight tonight to hold a spot for you in this program and then complete the payment anytime in the future. Then you will be in. You'll be in this program no matter what happens in the future. Even if we completely fill up and we never take anybody else, you will be in. You will have a spot held for you. Even if the price goes up, you're in at the lowest possible rate and with the biggest bonus package ever offered. So this is truly the opportunity of a lifetime for you to get access to the kind of coveted, very valuable funding from sources you will never be able to gain entrance into in the future. and you get the private equity funding for your business with this program. The private equity funding program is normally $24.97 to get everything done for you and to get the money handed immediately to you by my staff. They go to the private hedge fund to get it, and they give it to you in cash. They deposit it directly into your account. So that is exactly what is so valuable about this incredible program, a 2-for-1 program, and I want to cover for you what you're getting as the $997, effectively $1,000 bonus that is coming with this for those of you who grab one of these coveted, very valuable spots immediately before the deadline. All right, so let me raise this up a little bit higher. All right, and I will look and see if there are any other questions. I think there are some questions that have been posted since I refreshed it before. Let me look at that. Neil posted a question. Neil says, Tom, is this program available to Triple Crown members? Yes. If you are a Triple Crown member already, you've invested in another one of our startup programs, you can now upgrade, again, by placing a $125 deposit, by clicking the Order Now link that the arrow is pointing to beside it. You can now upgrade into the best, highest level, most valuable program we offer. Now, if you have not in the past invested in our Triple Crown program, you can still jumpstart immediately into this private equity funding program without that as a requirement. So in either situation, if you have purchased programs from us in the past or you have not, this is the program for you to get involved in right now with an incredible opportunity and a huge bonus package that comes with it. So Neil, great question. Sheila posted, how is it determined how much money I'm qualified for? Well, again, I've already said you will initially get between $25,000 and $50,000 of initial funding immediately. And as you use that, you, of course, can go back to the lender. Now, I'm not talking about the same week, but as you use that initial flush of funding, you can go back a couple months later and ask them to increase those lines based on your initial use of them, and you can get access to more and more. So we will get for you, using our sources, the maximum amount of money that's available as quickly as possible, again, in this completely done-for-you private equity funding program. Tony, you certainly do have that. Our staff has already built it for you, made it for you, and we've called out to you and left you a message. And in your package was my office's phone number that you could call to get all that information. So right now, Tony, we're not doing customer service. That is not what this valuable time frame is about. I pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for the people on my staff all day during business hours, Monday through Friday, to tend to all the customer service help that our clients need. Right now, we're not going to do customer service, but by all means, anytime tomorrow after 8 a.m. Pacific time, they will be delighted to tell you where that stuff is and what it is, because you've got it. It's done already. You just don't know where to go and look for it. So, but I'm glad you're here, Tony. Glad you're paying attention to this. Okay, Mike says, what about a new business that's brand new? Yes, you can use this program even in a brand new startup business situation. Or if you've got a business that's been around a while and hasn't really done much yet, you can plug that into this as well. We will take what you have and we'll show you the fastest way, the cheapest way, the most economical way for you to get this program jump-starting your business to provide you with the funding that you want and desire. Mark says, can I use this money to open an LLC through your company? Yes, of course. Great question, Mark. Yes, you can. Dan says, they're going to check my tax returns. No, they are not. Again, this has nothing to do with you personally in the private equity funding portion of the program where they give your business money. Okay? Again, who is responsible for this private money? Not you. The business is responsible for the repayment of it. So no, they are not looking at any personal tax returns of yours. Good questions. You folks are, again, submitting very good questions. If you want to keep putting questions up, click the link right beside me. All right, so we got a lot of good ones that have come in. All right, let me cover now. Keep on posting your questions. As time permits, I'll take more of them. Let me cover for you now exactly what this $1,000 additional bonus is that comes with, that you get with your initial and immediate $125 deposit to save a spot in this private equity funding program. People ask me all the time, what do you do, Tom? What do you invest in? What do your business works in that makes the most money? Well, here is a way. Okay, so we're done now with the funding part. So I've covered all the particulars of what you get in the funding portion of this program. And again, if you have questions, keep submitting them. Time permits, I'll cover those as well. So we're done at this point with the funding portion of the webinar. And as promised, let's talk about how we're doubling our money right now and how our members who work directly with us are doubling their money too, because this, to me, is important as any other part of the webinar that we cover. So you want to know the way? You want to know the method that we're using? Here it is laid out for you. We give money to a national advertising company, and they buy ads for us all over the country that make a lot of money. Now, folks, advertising is the only thing that I've ever seen that makes you large profits this fast. How much money does this make? Anything that we put into this kind of advertising doubles every 2 to 3 months. Here is our real examples. $100 becomes $200 every single month. If this is done, $400 becomes $2,000 every couple of months. Okay, this program is powerful. It is generating a lot of profits for a lot of people. Let me tell you, of all the things that I've invested in over the years, this kind of national advertising is the only real way that I've ever seen money double. But you have to be set up properly first. You have to be set up with a website that collects the money from the advertising that is run for you. That's what I believe his name was Tony was asking about. Okay, so that is exactly what we do. We do this kind of setups for our clients. This is what we do when we sell our $997 profit partnership to members. People normally pay us about $1,000 to be set up to make money from this type of advertising. So that's what I'm covering for you right here. So you are getting this tonight as a free bonus when you save your spot to participate in the private equity funding program. Tonight, we're giving this $997 profit partnership away free as a bonus with your $125 deposit on the private equity funding service. Wow, that is an incredible deal. Okay, that is an amazing bonus that you don't want to miss. You want to preserve that and all of the other features of this by immediately placing your deposit to save a spot in this program. The profit partnership is not a course, okay? It's not a how-to, it's not an instruction, it's not a course. It is an actual money-making service that we also provide for our members. We have people who I can name who are making thousands of dollars a month doing this after that we've set it up for them. In fact, here I've set aside from one of our files the actual W-9s of people that are participating in this program and are making money. So again, when I say this program is making money for our membership, for the people who are clients, for people who are viewing this program, we have the actual W-9s. The reason why people fill this out and sign them themselves is because they're making money and they're getting distributions and paid commissions. So we have people participating in this program who are making money like Todd, like Butler, like Scott, like Tim, like Frank, like Kratos LLC. That's Don. Don is getting paid in the name of his business instead of his personal name, which is very wise. Marla, Donald, Troy, JKM Leasing Incorporated. That's Mike's. Again, getting paid in the name of his business. So the reason why people are filling these W-9s out is because they're making so much money. So this is just one handful that I wanted to pull out of the file in the conference room before we started this to show you how lucrative this setup is for people. We have lots of people participating and are very happy with the results. So this is a great free bonus. and it's only available to those who put down their $125 deposit tonight before midnight Pacific time. So time is of the essence. It is absolutely essential that you begin and participate in this program immediately. So click the Order Now link that the arrow points to beside the video screen. That will take you to the website that allows you with a credit card, debit card, even PayPal to go ahead and put your deposit down and hold your spot in this program. Or if you'd rather do it the hard way and type into your browser bar to get to the website, you can type in www.cashnow300.com. Let me look at some more of the questions being posted. Peter posted and says, I have access to bank platform. Peter, I have no idea what that means. Peter says, I would like to know how to access millions. Well, that's what everybody says, okay? But you're never going to jump ahead and get access to millions of dollars the way that we have until you go through and start these kinds of programs. So yes, you can amass not only tens of thousands of dollars, but hundreds of thousands of dollars and eventually millions of dollars in funding. But nobody is going to get to that point without taking the first step. The first start on this road is very easy, it's very fast, and it'll lead you to a lot of rewards. But no one out there, don't anyone out there tell me that you can't start this program because you need $1 million. Okay, you're going to get the money that you get as quickly as possible. You're going to be able to do all of your business operations with it. And nobody ever really needs as much as they say they think they do in the initial outset. Gobes, I believe is his last name. JJ says, what are you actually doing when you say you are doing the work for me? Well, didn't I just describe it all pretty clearly in this? Okay, we have the private funding sources. So we're going to them and we're presenting your business and getting the money from them and then bringing it back and giving it to you, handing it in your hand, putting it in your account. So that's one of the things that we're doing for you. We're literally acting as your intermediary and going and getting the money from the relationships that we have with these private money sources. The second thing that we're doing is this profit partnership setup and the running of your business in this operation as an additional added free bonus that you get along with the private equity funding program. Shia, I apologize if I mispronounce your first name, S-H-I-Y-A. Anytime within the next 6-9 months, any time that you have the availability, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so there's no time restriction or delay or anything like that. What we are presenting to people is the opportunity to get in and start immediately if they want, or get in and get started whenever they're set up and fully functioning and ready to do that. So this is your chance to hold your spot, get all the bonuses, get a spot no matter, you know we're going to fill it. You know for certain with this huge announcement in this program that the normal few coveted spots that we have, you know that they're going to sell out and we're going to fill up. So this is your chance to save your spot in perpetuity or whatever the proper terminology is so that you can use this now or anytime you want going into the future. Urbano! Hey Urbano! Great to see your name. It's been a long time since I've seen your friendly face. And Urbano says, your programs are the best, this is in capital, best bang for your buck. Hey, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you, and it's always great to see a friendly face, as it were, when we do these webinars. Monica says, I purchased the Cash Club. How much discount do I get from this? Nothing, because that was a completely different program. This, again, is a huge opportunity, Monica, for you and for everybody else to get into one of the highest level programs that we possibly provide with a $997 free bonus. That's your discount. Your discount is you're getting a $1,000 service where we literally have on staff people who have to pay a lot of salary doing this for you as a free added bonus. So it's nice to have you here, Monica. We're glad that you're tuned in. Larry wants to know if I can reserve more than one spot for a partner. Yes, absolutely. Each $125 deposit you place down will hold an individual spot for you, for anybody else that you want to bring along to do this kind of thing. Donna says, what if I don't have a corporation yet? We can help you set one of those up. Obviously, you have to pick the state that you want, but that's something we do tens of thousands of those for people all over the country. So that's a very easy part of getting a business name registered in order for you to take advantage of all of these incredible things that we're talking about. Good question, Donna. Scotty says, am I jumping ahead, or can I use this to open a business of my choice? No, you can do anything like that you want with it, Scotty. Great. Great. David, as I said, it is $24.97. All right. That was a lot of very good and knowledgeable questions that came in. Okay, let me wrap it up because we are closely running to the end of the time frame that we set aside for this. Monica, yes, you are correct. Dan, as I said, it's minus $24.97, whatever that works out to be. Jason says, how quickly can a new business get funding through this program? Again, as I said, the funding part of it can be done in 5 business days. So there's no slowness, no delay on our end in terms of being able to get our hands on from the private funding sources the money. So it can be done very quickly for your properly set up business. Daniel, yes, of course. That's what I've said. Linval, again, I apologize if I mispronounced your first name. Linval says, am I hearing you right that your people will be sourcing the funds? Well, I don't know exactly what sourcing the funds particularly means, but yes, our staff will be going through all the process for you in your business and will go to the private funding source and get the money and bring it back to you. Okay, so we've talked about exactly what this valuable bonus is. We've talked about what we do to double money in a very efficient fashion. We've talked about all of the aspects of the 2-for-1 part of this program. So it's not just one funding program, it's 2 programs in one. You've got access to the private capital funding with no personal guarantee, no credit score requirements, and you've got the additional 0 interest rate, teaser rate for a year, $50,000 to $100,000 in funding available as well. So very, very powerful program. Again, this private equity funding access ends tonight at midnight Pacific time. So go immediately, click the order now link. The arrow points to beside the video screen, or if you'd rather do it the hard way, type it in your browser, go to cashnow300.com. That will give you the opportunity with a credit card, with a debit card, even PayPal is accepted, that you can get your spot, get all the things that we've talked about, and most importantly, get an ongoing relationship with our company. So it is a wealth of things that you have access to because you took your valuable time to attend this kind of live announcement on our live webinar. So let me quickly recap. We're near the end of our time together. This is the only day this entire year that you will be able to gain access to this kind of private funding. The most valuable, the most sought after, the most highly coveted source of money for business use ever in existence. No personal credit score requirements and no PG. That means no personal guarantee required on behalf of the business owner. That is huge, folks. That is the way that you are completely and personally protected on this business loan, on this business activity, on all the things that you're doing in your personal life. You want to save, keep your home, keep your savings, keep your car, keep your income safe. This is the way in business, the way that the most savvy business owners do it, okay? And you get included in this money-making profit partnership that we normally sell for $1,000. You get that for free. So I covered all the things that go into the profit partnership. You get that fully done for you. It's $1,000 sold normally separately. You're getting that for free with a working agreement in writing that spells out everything that we do to run that extra business for you and exactly how much profit you will make. So all of that is available to you in writing. Just put a $125 deposit down to get started with the program. We then mail you a valuable starter funding package as a welcome gift, and you complete the payment anytime that you are ready. Then we can transfer the private funding over to you and make sure that you have your ducks in a row with your business set up. Here is the last thing that I have to say. I will take a few more questions as time permits. Here's the last thing I have to say about this, okay? The conspiracy of the rich is that this kind of thing is available, but it's highly secretive, right? You almost never publicly hear about this kind of thing. It's something people really, for sometimes their whole lives claw out and search after. So it's highly secretive. Private equity funding really is available, which does not require good credit or a personal guarantee. And investments are available, like our profit partnership, that will double your money and make large profits. But you, the public, normally don't get access to this until today, until midnight Pacific time. Click the Order Now link. You, the public, normally don't get access to this. That's why this is called private funding. And that's why it's so valuable. But for one day only today, we are breaking down the doors for you to access all of this that I've just described. And again, to me, most importantly, to have a relationship ongoing with a company where we can do more and more valuable things for you and your business. If you have a technical challenge placing your order, I'm going to put a phone number up. Again, I said it's after business hours. We have a skeletal staff, so this is not a phone number for you to bombard with a lot of questions. But if you have technical challenges placing your order, putting your deposit down, I do not want you to be screwed up and miss out on this. I'm going to put down the phone number that you can call if you do it immediately. If you get voicemail right now, leave a message. Don't call back again. Leave a message. They will call back in the order received, and they will help you work through whatever technical issue you may be experiencing in going ahead and placing your order for this very valuable program. That phone number is 702-287-4931. It's our regular, normal office number. Again, it's being staffed for a very limited time right now because we're after normal business hours. So if you have a technical issue placing your order, putting your deposit down to get one of these very coveted, very valuable spots, absolutely get that solved immediately. Call 702-287-4931. They can help walk you through whatever it is you need. Shaya, S-H-Y-A, posted another question. Says, regarding the national advertising, is it a hype program? I have no idea what that means. If you would be more specific, I absolutely will straight on, head on, address your question. But the bonus program we talk about, the way that we're doubling our money, is simply by running ads. Okay, there's nothing hype about it. So if you want to post a more specific question about that, by all means, I'll go ahead and answer it to the best of my ability. David Lemire's, yes, you're right. Yes, absolutely. That is the amount. Peter says I have deposits in other programs. That is not relevant to this. This program is right now $125 before midnight for you to hold a spot in this program. We're very glad as a return customer, Peter, that you are here and spending time with us again. Monica, not today, because I said it was not customer service today, but tomorrow during business hours, absolutely, my staff will help you. It's fully set up for you. So again, you have everything working and in place for you as part of that program. So if you haven't touched base with our staff, by all means, tomorrow during business hours, they will knock themselves out to go through all the customer service and really help you fine-tune exactly what that program is able to do for you. All right, it looks like that is all of the questions that have come in about the program. Fantastic. I had a lot of fun and enjoyed my time interacting with you. I think you can tell I like this kind of format. I like this kind of focus. All of my family are teachers, so it comes to me pretty naturally. I guess it's in my blood, as you can say. My great-grandfather was a university professor. My grandmother was a school teacher, so this is something I have a passion for. I really like to do. I love business. I love the challenge of businesses, new business ideas, making money, helping people kind of with their embryo incubation of a new business idea, and teaching people about these kinds of things is one of the most challenging, one of the most enjoyable things I also like to do. So I am very glad you took your valuable time to be here for our live webinar. It was a blast. We covered a lot of information as I promised we would, and we did it as quickly as possible because I know your time is valuable. So again, in order for you to get access to all of these incredible things that we've talked about right now, click the Order Now link that the arrow points to beside the video screen. That takes you to the website where you put down your $125 deposit. Or you can type in to your browser www.cashnow300.com. But the easy way to do it goes to the same place, is to click the Order Now link that the arrow points to. This has to be done by midnight tonight, Pacific time. Okay, so that's a few hours different than East Coast time. If you will, again, this will not be available. Don't even try to slip in under the radar. This will not be available tomorrow morning by phone or online. It's gone. This is you can tell we have a lot of people and a lot of interest in this. It will not be available. I know anybody can afford $125. That's why we're breaking the doors down to make this incredible opportunity available to all of the people who normally don't get access to it. If you have a technical issue or challenge, all you need to do is immediately call, leave a message. If the phone lines are busy, they'll call back in the order received. Call 702-287-4931. They will help you get sorted out and get in the program because it is too good an opportunity to be missed or to pass you by. So again, I appreciate you taking your valuable time to be here from your friends at the Small Business Funding Network. Let's change the world. Let's make it a better world, and that's only done through business development, the kind of things that we're talking about right now. Ricardo, I've said that already, $24.97, so that's the answer to that question. David, hey, no problem. Don't be sorry. We're absolutely thrilled to have you here. Tom, you can read that on the website. All right, that looks good. Looks like we've covered everything. All right, take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day or your night. Bye-bye.